Welcome back to another episode of Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin, and this is Yellow Spot. This is a whiskey. One, I love Green Spot is one of my favorite Irish whiskeys. It's definitely up there. Two, I've been wanting to do this particular whiskey or just have this particular whiskey for a little while now, and it came up on a work call, oddly, a couple weeks ago. And I was just like, oh, I gotta buy that. So I did. Anyway, so Yellow Spot.
Visitor boy, Mitt, down
at
the Laverne Beverage
We were over
Depot.
Laverne, and they had a bottle of it, and I hemmed and hawed and said, yep, gonna do it. And really looking forward to this particular bottle. So Yellow Spot is out of the Middleton distilleries, so the same place that Redbreast is done, same place Jameson is done. It's all the same distillery.
Some JMO?
Some JMO. It's going to be a little better than your JMO. Just saying. This is a 12-year Irish whiskey.
Big pour.
Yeah, I'm dude.
Excited. You're
Take
excited.
a little whiff.
You're excited.
Just a whiff of this is just, woo.
Kevin's excited over here.
I'm excited. Going heavy. All I get is, I can already get the sweet fruit notes, and I haven't put it to my nose yet. So, 12-year-old Irish whiskey, finished in ex-bourbon, ex-sherry,
Yep.
and then
Spanish Malaga. Malaga. There you go.
Malaga?
Malaga.
Okay. So the difference between the Green Spot and the Yellow Spot, that's the only difference, is they throw it in some Spanish Malaga casks, which is like a sweet, I think we did that.
There's another one we did. Yeah.
There was a Scotch. I think it was a Glenmorangie Scotch finished in a Malaga cast, where it's like a sweet Spanish wine.
Right here.
Yeah,
Malaga.
that one.
Malaga.
Yes. That was good.
Glenmorangie
Really
12.
excited for this guy. 12-year Scotch versus an Irish, huh? That is, that's pretty sweet. A little proofy. There's something about Irish whiskeys, I will say, the nose, that pot still, the way they do their triple pot still type distillery, the nose always seems to be a little bit muted on most Irish, for me.
Oh, this is driving me crazy. Because oh, it'll come to me. There is the...
Something specific that you
Yeah,
have.
there's something specific. It smells just like another one. No, but it's not an Irish. It's like a younger whiskey or bourbon. Oh, damn it.
Wow, that's just, I get the honey sweetness. I get a little bit of the copper notes coming through on that. But the sweetness off of that is, wow, that's sweet. That's really sugary sweet.
Really. It's 92 proof, too.
Yeah, that's another solid one. Gotta love an Irish whiskey that's, not sitting in the 80s. 92 proof, 12-year-old whiskey, not too shabby.
This is going to drive me nuts. I know what it tastes. I know what it smells like. Oh.
I get some toasted grain notes.
Okay.
It feels more towards a toasted grain notes. Yeah, you can put that away. But that was the idea. I knew there was a Malaga cast that we just had. But there's sweet notes, there's fruit notes, there's a touch of the honey notes.
For me, the nose is just very grainy.
There is a lot of the barley.
But the taste is just the sweet honey.
Yes.
It's ridiculously smooth.
It drinks pretty nicely. Sweet grains. It's a sweet cereal. Is really what it is. Like, I mean, pick a whatever you enjoyed growing up, a Honey Smacks or a Honeycomb or a whatever sweetened cereal you liked. That's kind of the idea you're gonna get. That time I got a little bit more of the oak note.
Okay.
Finally, I'm expecting. I was like, it's a 12-year-old whiskey. There's got to be at least a little oak note. Got a little bit of the oak note, but it's not super spicy or tanny or any of that kind of stuff for the oak. It's just,
I get a really, really ripe banana.
they're ripe fruits. I don't know about
banana at the end. It starts, but it kind of hangs out in the front. Like it's an aftertaste. Usually, it should be in the back. I got it up here. in the front.
It's sitting.
I'm trying to like move it back. But no, it's that really ripe.
There's a lot of fruit
The
notes.
peel is just brown and mushy.
It's a little mushy.
You're like, oh,
yeah.
I really want a banana, but you take one bite and you throw the rest away. Man, this is driving me nuts because I got a bottle at home. The nose is exactly what the bottle I have at home that tastes like.
Green Spot does not have an age statement. Obviously, this is a 12-year. There is, I think, to Eric's point, he mentioned it earlier. Or did you mention it earlier? No.
This is before.
Okay. Before we started filming. There's also a blue spot.
Never seen it.
I've never seen it either. I want to say that I think the blue spot is like 7-ish years old, and it's finished in something specific. I think that's the reason why it's different than the green spot. The green spot is like 4 to 6 years old, if I remember correctly. I got nothing else.
But it's
100%.
It's 7 years old, and that's the high end.
The blue. I don't think the blue is the high end one.
No, okay.
I think this is the high. This, I think.
But I've seen this one
I agree.
a number of times. I've never seen.
The blue, it's in a special barrel. There's something about the barreling that's different about the blue. You ready?
Water it up.
This will be interesting. I don't know which way this is going to go. It's got enough proof that it should hold its own. But I just don't know what flavor profile is going to come up or get muted out. Because there's a pretty solid oil note. That didn't change much at all.
No. The note that I was getting is a little more muted. The one I can't get
The one
over,
that you
I
can't say
get,
what it
I can't
is?
get over what it is, but it's there. It's just muted.
I was going to say the ethanol might be a little bit more on the nose.
Ooh. Even sweeter.
And got oilier.
I get a little apricot. Like a
I could
Balcona, like
see-
a Balcones apricot.
It's not there. It's not the Balcones level
Not
of
to that
apricot.
level, but I get.
I could see a dry
Yeah.
fruit note. Yeah, a dried out fruit note. I could definitely see the idea of that coming through. It is.
It's much sweeter.
It kind of muted out some of the little bit of a barrel spice or a little bit of. It did mute some of those things out, and the sweet notes are just way more apparent. Yeah.
But it's more of a, for me, it's more of a fruity sweet.
Yeah. Oh
Where
yeah.
Before it was.
Honey sweet.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Honey cereal sweet.
Yep.
I got you. I'm there. I'm there. So, Irish whiskey. This is 100% barley. Mm-hmm. They use a blend of malted and unmalted. And the history behind that, and I think we've mentioned that before, is the reason they use unmalted barley because the British used to tax the amount of malted barley that was in the whiskey. So the Irish figured out how to make whiskey with malted and unmalted barley, so they didn't have to pay the tax. I mean, ingenuity, right?
You would think. Side note.
Side note.
All the potatoes that they ate back in the day, that they would have been more of a. They would have
Vodka?
Vodka. As well.
Don't know.
Never heard of an Irish.
No, they ate the potatoes. They didn't, and then they had a famine of the potatoes. They never really distilled the potatoes. I mean, that's how all of distilling happened. It was they had an abundance of crops, and they were going to go bad, so they fermented it. So
Experimented is really more what it was.
yeah, a little bit.
You try it. No, you try it. This is a good one.
The banana comes out a little bit more in the nose now.
Does it for you?
Yeah, I'm getting a little hints of banana. Not the overripe, like ridiculous, and it's not runts like artificial banana. It's just like
My
banana.
least favorite runt.
You've mentioned that before. That's a really nice nose. Mm-hmm. It's a good palate. I think I liked it neat a little bit more.
I actually enjoy
bit more.
I enjoy the palate more with the water. I like that more than honey, because a lot of Irish whiskeys, I feel, for me, have
A lot of honey.
A lot of honey.
Yeah.
This one has more of that dried fruit. For me, it was more of that dried apricot. Mm-hmm. Not on the Balcones level, but just a hint. I enjoyed that.
I like the biggest difference with the water. I like the oily mouthfeel. I like that it sits there. It's got like it coats your tongue a little bit more than it did as a neat pour. So the water did open up something. This is also the neck pour. So we're way late on this, but thumbs up for the fact that we did the bottle open. This will be an interesting one to see. Does it open up a little bit?
Come back to, yeah.
Just being open for a week or two with a little bit of air, like, does that change? Do you get to a different level, a different profile quicker because it's already opened up a little bit? That'd be interesting.
So I'm curious if any of this actually comes true once we get down here.
I don't get
any.
Their tasting notes on their sleeve
Yeah.
are nothing like I get on.
To the nose, they're saying mown hay.
I don't know what that is.
Have you ever done hay? Have you ever done that in a field? Okay.
No, never really baled hay. No,
Cracked black pepper. Nope.
I don't get a pepper note.
Red bell peppers. Nope.
I don't really get that either.
Nutmeg. You can see.
Not really.
Clove oil and green tea.
Not at all. Green tea?
Sweet honey and peaches.
Yeah, now you're getting closer. Like
So
a
the
honey
apricot,
and peaches. Yeah, apricot peaches. All right, it's clear closer.
Taste. Honey sweetness. Yep.
Yeah.
With the pot still spices. Flavors of fresh coffee, creamy milk chocolate, and creme brulee.
Didn't get coffee.
Oh.
I wouldn't say creamy milk chocolate, but a creamy creme brulee. I could see that.
But also notes of red apples and toasted oak.
I'm more closer to that. Like the fruit and a little bit of oak note, I can agree to.
And it just says the finish is sophisticated and complex, sweet throughout, with a mix of red grape and dry barley upon exit.
Red grape.
Apple, the red apple, like a red delicious apple.
Yeah.
As an aftertaste.
Yeah, I could totally go down the
see
apple
that.
line. Grape?
No grape for me.
No, I'm even trying. Like it's in my brain, and it's still
The
not
power
coming
of
through.
suggestion still isn't working.
I am getting fruit notes, but it's more maybe apricot. More, I think it's way more of a like the pear and the apple.
I can't
is
get the
kind
apple
of what
out
I'm
of
getting.
my back of my mouth now.
Yeah, the apple is the strongest note that I'm getting. But overall, really nice. Now, this may not be the best value. This is a harder whiskey to find. Like just finding Yellow Spot tends to be, in 6 liquor stores that you go to, 2 might have it.
Yeah.
This is kind of what I've found. And in the time since I've had my first bottle of Green Spot, Yellow Spot's going from about $90 up to about 120. You can find it for 100 or 110 someplace. 110 is what I spent, but it's now sitting closer to 120. And it does go back to the math. It goes back to whiskey math of about $10 per year. It's a $12. It's a 12-year whiskey, so 120 is probably right, but I don't know if I'm not sure if it's worth $120. It's really good. And it is going to be something that I enjoy.
$75.
If this were, I was going to say, if it was 80 or 90, I'd pull that trigger now versus when I was originally finding out what Green Spot was. 110, 120 seems a little heavy. It's a little heavy. But it is a harder thing. Age-stated whiskeys from Ireland tend to be a little harder.
Well, anything that comes across, there's probably way more over there.
I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure. But like
Over
a red
there,
breast.
this over there is probably like a Jim Beam or a Jack Daniels or.
I don't think that's quite that.
You don't think so?
No. I don't think a Yellow Spot is Jim Beam.
No, but I'm saying the availability.
It's probably, significantly more available. Yeah, I would agree with that. It's a really good bottle. I still want to find the Blue Spot and just find out what the difference is and see what that tastes like. The Green Spot, as of right now, it might not be quite as good, but the value is probably much better.
Overall, solid bottle.
That's a great bottle. It is a really good Irish whiskey. Now, 110 to 120. the Writer's Tears was 130, 109 proof.
Oh, yeah.
Significantly sweeter, like the honey notes and the cereal notes. I mean, that is a much better whiskey for not that much more money. That's the way I would go, or I would go down to the Green Spot. That's my opinion. I'd go for the Writer's Tears cask strength, which is hard to find.
Just the proof alone would draw me to that.
Yeah, it's hard to find, but it's a much similar price point, much better whiskey.
Yep.
Walsh Family Distilleries.
Well,
but that's really good.
overall, solid bottle.
Great whiskey.
Just wish it was a little bit cheaper. And obviously more readily available.
Yes. Yeah, that's a little harder to find.
Yep. Oh, glad we came across it. Let's see if we can track down the blue spot.
The blue.
Well, thanks for joining. If you enjoyed the review, we encourage you to obviously hit the like button. If we missed something, let us know in the comments if we're totally off. Should we have gotten what was on the sleeve?
Yeah, the sleeve versus what we actually got as profiles.
Actually got.
Yeah, good point.
So, yeah.
And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Now, for all you people that hung out to the end of this episode, here's the fun part. We're going to run a quick contest. We've crossed over our 200 subscribers. Going to try to continue to grow that. But if you'd like a GLENCAIRN with the Exploring Whiskey logo on it, like we use for our episodes, all I need you to do is like this episode and comment, congrats on 200. Is that good? Congrats on 200?
Yep.
You like that? If you put congrats on 200 and like the episode, you'll be put in for a drawing to find out you get a GLENCAIRN. And depending on the response, we might decide to do some live episodes and things like that.
Yep.
Trying to ramp up a little bit more of the interaction part versus just new bottle reviews. So
Absolutely.
love to hear from you.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining this episode.
See you on the next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.